Hi everybody, avanaintuitive here for our weekly energy reading. And being that this is July 4th, 2024, this is our Independence Day celebration day in the United States. So what I was planning to do and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an energy reading for the United States between now and the end of this year, which would be December 31st, 2024, and see if I can get any reads, any energy, feeling about how the energy is going to be. We have a lot of things going on in the United States this year. Obviously, everybody is aware of that. And I'm just kind of seeing, if the cards will give me any indication as to where we're going to, how we're going to, how the energy is going to be now through the end of 2024. So that is what I'm going to pull cards on today. I am going to be using one of my most favorite decks, the Akashic Tarot deck by Sharon and Kiplinger and her sister, Sandra and Taylor. So I'm going to pull cards with that. And I'm going to pull a clarifying card from the Guiding Light Oracle, which is Kelly T. Smith. I'm going to do that. And then for our 3-card pick a card, grab the box here, I'm going to be using the Pleaidian Oracle by Karuna. So this is, being that I feel very closely aligned with Pleaidian energy, I thought maybe you guys did too, and we'll see what we get. Those are really insightful cards. I will, I can't really answer those so much through just looking at the cards. So I'll have to go and again read from the book, but that's not a problem, I don't think. I like that because I really pick up a lot more details. I think we hear a lot more details of who created the cards, how they really felt about them too. And also, if we get an intuitive hit on something, that's fine too. So that's the first thing. Second thing, please know that this is for entertainment purposes only. If it resonates, fine. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. Just let anything that doesn't resonate go. It's not a big deal. Also, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all my new subscribers. I appreciate all my long-term subscribers, all my subscribers. As I've said in many of the videos, it really, when you get, when you see your subscriber count go up, it really does spark not only me, I think it sparks every YouTuber, every creator to, really just continue to obviously put out more content. It really, it just makes you feel good, right? It just sparks me. So that being said, I've been shuffling these cards, these Akashic Tarot cards, as we've been talking. I'm going to give them a couple more shuffles, and I'm setting the intention to do an energy reading for the United States of America between now and the end of 2024. So let's a couple more shuffles. Okay, this is it. All right. Interesting in a good way, in a very positive way. And then let me pull, and we'll of course go over these cards. Let me pull one of these Guiding Light cards. Like, this is a Guiding Light Oracle card. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the first card that I'm going to go through these cards. I'm going to read them. I think I'm going to tell you what they are as they came out in the order they came out. But then I think I might read them in a little bit different order. But the first card that I got is 19, which is Reflection. The second card that I got is the One of Scrolls, which says On Track. Then I got the number 2, which is the Akashic Library. I got 4 of Roses, which is Views of the Ego. And I'm going to take the bottom of the deck card, which is 13, which is the Buddha Prepares. There's a lot of cards here. So the clarifying card that I got is Freedom of Soul Expression. I like that card. So actually, as I read over these, I'm just going to read them. I'm going to read them in the order they came out. As I looked at them, as I glanced at them, I thought I might change the order, but I don't think I will. So the first card that we got is Reflection. Find where that's at. Reflection. Here we go. Reflection. A full moon shines brightly over a quiet lake as a small ship glides gently through the water. The glow of the ship's lantern is reflected on the lake's surface along with the moonlight from above. This card can sometimes show a trip, particularly a trip over or by water. More important, it can reveal that you now have a direct line to your psychic gifts. You are also more aware of your emotions and more reflective about them. You recognize the differences between your intuitive voice, which is calm and assured, and your lower emotional compulsions, which are urgent and sometimes fear-based. Let yourself gain even greater clarity and control over your emotions now. This also would be a great time for you to take classes in meditation, psychic development, counseling, healing, and other psychological and spiritual arts if you have such an interest. Your yin side is wide open and your receptivity is high. Trust your inner voice and you will be guided to greatness. This is kind of very interesting to get this in this first position too, because things that have been going on over the last few years, I think in the United States, are causing people to take a look at what they like and what they dislike, and what they want to, things that you dislike help you actually to pick what you like. I mean, if you dislike something, and you may not know what you like, but if you dislike something, you're like, well, I know I don't want to go in that direction, right? So, it seems to, I'm getting the feeling like this is just like an easy emotional flow. Not that people aren't emotional, and with things going on in the United States right now, because there are all kinds of things going on. But for the most part, people are like really just flowing along, and they're learning how to use their discernment, and they're learning how to look at, what do I like? What don't I like, right? It's a slow movement, and I just saw, again, the word reflection. Reflecting, taking time to reflect upon what we like, what we don't like, and moving towards things that we like, right? So, all right, interesting. First card. The next card I got is the One of Scrolls, which says on track. Let me get to that page. One of Scrolls, on track. A man at a train station looks over his shoulder at the signs that point to other tracks, but he has already looked at his maps and made his decision. He lifts his foot to step onto the train. Though travel or a move can be indicated by this card, the meaning is often about your choices and directions. You may have been ambivalent about taking a certain track in your life with regard to a project, a relationship, a career directive, or even a location. But now it's time to decide. If you're not quite as assured as you'd like to be, the engine is smoking. There is a direction that compels you, so get on board. You will not falter. This is an interesting card because really it's getting down time to make a decision, right? What direction do we want the country to go in? Time to make that decision, time to get on board. I do listen to Bashar, and that's what he talks about too. Not only for, making a decision and things with the United States in the next few months, but also picking the train that you want to go on as you move forward in your consciousness. Because the trains are all at the station, but they're starting to leave the station. And once they leave, those trains are all going to go in different directions. So being aware, this is an interesting card in the sense of being aware not only what decisions we're making now, day to day, things that can affect our country, the direction of our country, but also taking time to look at personally the directions. Again, what train do we want to get on? What level of consciousness do we want to, just to be of, to have a part of, to move forward? What kind of collective consciousness do we want to be a part of? So yes, reflecting. This is interesting. We're reflecting. We're looking at what we like, what we don't like. Not a lot of craziness going on there. A lot of it, I think, for many people, it's an inner journey, right? Again, now making that decision, getting educated on the options, and getting ready to move forward. The next card we got is to the Akashic Library. And this card says, inside a great library, candles cast a glow upon the books in the tall shelves. A sage sits thoughtfully with an open book on his table and a quill pen in hand. Sometimes this card can indicate writing or publishing a book for you, but this card also symbolizes a new initiation, an ability to manifest a new life in every way. You have moved deeper into the Akashic records and to a higher self-awareness. Further investigation may be required, but you now have a better understanding of your old motives and new purposes. It is also a time of heightened intuition as well as greater self-creation. During this phase, all you have to do is add a little conscious effort to write your new Akashic records, your new records in the Akasha. To get started today, write one simple declaration about the future you wish to create and repeat it to yourself often. Then decide one thing you can do to make it happen and do it. Anything can happen now. The breadth of a landscape before you rests solely on the scope of your imagination and your will to own it. Very interesting, right? Time to start to make a decision. What direction? Again, here we talk about the reflections, getting on the train. What can I do now practically to write it down, to move forward, right? I love this because we're getting down to, like in the United States, decision-making time, right? What can you practically do? Where do you want to be? Start to, investigate the options. Yeah, I like it. Then we get the Four of Roses. It says views of the ego. Three people stand together before a full-length mirror. The man in the center gazes keenly at himself, and it seems his reflection is looking back with a superior air. His is the sole reflection to be seen in the mirror. This card shows that there may be a thoughtless, selfish person in your life, whether in a love, friendship, family, or business relationship. This person is self-absorbed and makes plans only in terms of how they affect him or her. You may have lingered too long, repeatedly giving to this person, even though you haven't received much in return. You've tolerated this dismissiveness because you kept hoping things would get better, or perhaps you were too afraid to step away. You are called now to be aware. This person is unlikely to change, and you may be delaying the inevitable. Take an honest look in your mirror and see how staying in this relationship affects your future. This is an interesting card in what we're talking about. Yes, we have, a couple of people running for office, and they're both men, and it is time to see and to make that decision. Who is going to bring the best things to the table for me, okay? Not that it's all me. It's not that, but taking a look at, which man, which reflection, what reflection do you want to be a part of, right? So there you go. Very, very interesting, this card. And then the last card that we got here is 13, which is the Buddha. And, these are all, not all, I shouldn't say that, but I got 1, 2, 3, out of 5 cards, 3 are like I'm going to say major arcana cards. So that is big energy, okay? Big energy moving forward and big energy around this whole issue. So the last card that we have here is 13, and it says the Buddha prepares. The Buddha sits meditating. The hills in the background are dotted with other people meditating and patiently waiting for him to speak. But he won't move a muscle until he is ready. This card shows a time of inner preparation before action. Before you can reach outside yourself, you must reach within to find your power, your purpose, and your direction. This period of time may feel a little like waiting, and it appears so in your exterior life because some points of action seem to be at a standstill. Really, though, you're just taking the time that you require to prepare and to truly step into your power. Don't be in a hurry. The time to act is coming, and when it's here, your strength will be absolute. This is just, as I read this, I just saw a picture of image of Mother Earth Gaia in my mind, okay? She's preparing, right? The United States is preparing, I just saw that silver coin with Liberty on it, okay? And of course the Statue of Liberty. This is a very strong card, which really is a very positive card, that things are taking time. As you know, the Buddha prepares, right? That's what it says. Yep, the Buddha prepares. Things are taking time. These people here need to find their direction as to where they want to go. How do they want to feel? Where do they, where do they want the future to be? Because while he's preparing, they also have directions in their lives. When he's ready, obviously, I would think they're going to follow him in learning, the studies, how to, become a Buddha themselves, learning about inner reflection, meditation. But this is almost like our collective selves, like all of our individual selves coming together in our collective self as a Buddha. And when we're ready, and we're ready as a collective, okay? Although there are certain dates for elections and things like that, we are collectively coming together in our consciousness to represent this higher level of energy. That is really making me feel very, very good. And this is kind of coming full circle to me. If we read this chronologically, which is kind of, I think, how it all kind of popped out, with the cards, this is really beautiful because we are right there. We're waiting. There's a time factor involved. People have to do what they have to do, okay, to get out, have their voice be heard. But then, we have this beautiful collective energy in the United States coming forward and guiding us with a very calm strength is what I just heard. So there you go. I love those cards. I love those cards for our energy reading. And then, of course, the last card that I got, the clarifying card, which is number 39, and it says freedom of soul expression. You may be holding back from expressing yourself out of fear of losing or upsetting someone around you. It's very interesting. Don't, if you know when the time is right, when you need to move forward, you always, you will know that when the time is right. But you know what? A lot of us are like, oh, I don't want to upset anyone. I don't want to scare anyone. I don't want to, lose anyone. But it's coming forward time now to really, again, I just see that quote in my head, to not accept the things I cannot change, but to change the things I cannot accept. So there you go. I think this is a really positive reading. It gives me a lot of hope for the rest of the year, and a lot of good energy, and a lot of I want to say flowing energy, mature energy, in the sense of just just having that discernment and that maturity, and a lot of love, and just moving forward, right? Collective consciousness is moving forward as it should on its path. And as we move forward with it, just becomes a beautiful song, a beautiful dance, right? All right, so there we go, my friends. I thought that was a very interesting reading. Always a good reading for me. I always enjoy these Akashic Tarot cards. Now, we are going to, let me start shuffling. We're going to do our 3-card pick with the Pleaidian Oracle cards. And those are really, to me, a fun deck of cards, especially if you feel like you have any connection to the Pleiadians. And I do feel like I am connected to the Pleiadians. I think I've told my story a few times. I'm not going to tell it right now, but we'll see what guidance we can get. Okay, here we go. And I will have to read from the book because I have no idea what some of this means. But here we go. So it's kind of like a cold read from me too, but go ahead. We all know the drill here. 1, 2, or 3. Pick which card that resonates with you. 1, 2, or 3. Okay. If you picked card 1, you got the number 32, which says, put it up there, let's see, timeline jump. Let me get to the page here. Timeline jump. When the timeline jump card arrives, it indicates that you do not need to stay on your present timeline for you reside in a multiverse of infinite possibilities. Now is a great moment to activate your natural timeline, jumping skills, and quantum leap onto the earth of your choosing. Recognize that you are a timeline jumper, and through your vibratory match, you will naturally cross over into other multiverses that mirror your frequency. Know you are never stuck, and Source always provides infinite avenues. Love that. If you are feeling that you are not happy where you're at right now, if you are feeling it's time to level up and move up a level, you know what? You have all the power to do a timeline jump. I believe that everything is happening every second, every parallel life, every past life, every future life, everything is just happening every second in the now. The now is the only moment we have, and you may be ready for a timeline jump. So take advantage of that. It's oftentimes we're jumping timelines all the time anyway, but it might be time to make more of a, put some energy behind into like a more focused jump, right? If you picked card 2, you got 39, which says Star Royalty. It's a beautiful card with that crown there. So let's see, 39, Star Royalty. The Star Royalty card arrives when you are being requested to make a proclamation that you are royal. You have done the internal work, went on your soul journeys, and climbed the mountains of yourself to uncover many inner gifts along the way. Now is a time that your life work be recognized without any hint of downplaying your true full worth. By making the declaration that you are royal, you proclaim to the universe that you are an empowered being sent here to transform consciousness and serve creation. As you reside in a planet of harmonious balance, this act of declaring you are royal takes away any power and resources from shadow leaders that abuse their privilege and equalizes out the playing field naturally. See the importance of honoring of self and sit in the energy of thankfulness for the being that is you. I love it, right? You know what? Not only, when I was reading this, it made me think of, I have a sign that I put on my dashboard of my car, and it says, everything is always working out for me. I'm declaring that, okay? Everything is always working out for me. I declare that to the universe. I also have another one that says, I am a happy, healthy, wealthy, traveling millionaire, right? Why? I'm declaring that to the universe. I am, and it's true, okay? I am happy. I am healthy. I don't want to say I'm wealthy, but I'm wealthy in things other than just money, right? And even being a millionaire, I can't say that I'm that. I'm traveling. I also say it to myself, well, I'm traveling too, because I'm in the car when I'm reading this. Can't quite say I'm a millionaire, but you know what? Why not, right? So anyway, this is just claiming your birthright of these things, right? That you are royal, you are source energy, you are a beautiful soul. So might be time to sit back and really think about that and claim that and claim it out loud. So there we go. That's card 2. And if you picked card 3, let me just get to the page and then we'll get started. You got 14, which is portals. The portals card arrives when the universe is hinting that something you are seeking to accomplish can be done at a much faster rate than what is assumed possible. Within our universe, there is much magic that defies traditional logic. By becoming aware of one's limited beliefs and shifting one's intentions, life can shift rapidly with manifestations occurring with ease and grace. Whatever the case, now is not the time to fear or hold back, but to move forward and allow for the genius of this universe to find you the wormholes for all results to come to fruition rapidly. Enter this gateway within and don't look back, as we are assisting to bring rapid transformation into your life. The speed is not based on anxiety, but in confidence, trusting in the magic of the universe. I love it, right? We are master manifestors here. We are made from creator. We are of creator. Creation, that's what we do. We create, we manifest. we can believe that things will take a long time, and sometimes I guess they do, but we can also believe that they're going to happen fast and exactly how we want them to happen, and just let the universe take it over. How it happens, the universe has that. All I need to do is visualize it and bring in the emotion with my heart and have the mind heart coherence, and there you go, and I let it go for the universe to manifest it. That's it, my friends. All right. Those are the cards. I hope they resonated with you. I thought this was a fun reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave your comments below. And know that on Mondays, I do my 3-card pick a cards shorts. Tuesdays, I channel Super Duper Girl. That's my short for Tuesday. Wednesdays, we have our predictions with our 3-card picks. Thursdays today, energy readings with a 3-card pick. And then Friday, weekend reading with a 3-card pick. So there you go, my friends. I really do hope that you have a beautiful holiday today, and I will see you soon. Namaste.